The governor made a tweet. Sundance promotes alternative lifestyles.
Oh, we're going back to that term?
Yeah.
Alternative lifestyles?
And it's like, oh, Sundance doesn't fit in Utah anymore. Last year, the festival itself generated $132 million for the state of Utah. More than 1,700 jobs and nearly $70 million in Utah wages and about $14 million in state and local tax revenue. So this investment is not that big compared to how much they get back.
I just think of like how many like gay movies and like just all these other different things of like these movies, like these extremely liberal movies.
Yeah.
So I'm shocked this in Utah because I always see these movies and be like, and it won this award at the Sundance Film Festival. And you're like, well, what is it called? It's like my dick suck.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa, that's going to have to get bleeped.
Well.
So then all this stuff is happening. Everybody's talking about how Sundance might leave if this type of legislation starts passing.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. And then, so Sundance is like openly talking about this, but also they've been saying like, it's not because of politics. It's definitely not because of politics.
Not because of politics.
We're definitely just looking at other locations for other reasons, right? But the guy, Senator Dan McKay, he posted on Twitter and he wrote, I'm going to read this as a quote.
Okay.
He said, "Bye, Felicia." This is an old white guy from Utah, by the way. "Bye, Felicia. Sundance promotes porn. Sundance promotes alternative lifestyles. Sundance promotes anti-IDS themes. Sundance does not fit in Utah anymore."
What the fuck is IDS?
That's the church, right? LDS, my
bad. Oh, LDS.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I read it wrong. They passed legislation that said that you can't fly the LGBTQ flag anymore at schools or government buildings.
Okay.
Across the state.
Are we allowed to ban Mormon symbolism?
Not in Utah, I don't think. So
I'm just saying it's an alternative lifestyle.
It's an alternative lifestyle.
Mormonism is an alternative lifestyle to traditional Christianity. It's non-traditional Christianity.
That's true.
I'm just going to throw that out there. I mean, like, I'm just throwing it out there that the Mormon lifestyle is non-traditional Christianity. I mean, if you want to be a good traditional Christian, you would believe that Jesus Christ died in the Middle East and not somewhere in America. If you want to be a traditional Christian, you wouldn't believe that Jesus Christ and the devil were brothers in prehistory before they turned everybody's souls into a big soul war that happened. If you're a traditional Christian, you don't believe that when you die, you get given a planet. I'm just throwing these things out there. These are some of the alternative lifestyle beliefs of the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that if you didn't want to promote your alternative lifestyle, you wouldn't have your local university named after such a prolific polygamist. I mean, Brigham Young, he had Brigham Young. Brigham Young.
Whoa.
He had how many wives?
I don't know.
He had a lot. I think it was in the 30s.
Listen.
He had 30 plus wives.
That's too many wives.
It's too many wives. That's a lot of sister wives.
I don't.
Okay.
That sounds exhausting.
It does sound exhausting.
I don't want to get anywhere.
Anyway. And I'm just pointing out there. If you're gonna sit here and don't throw stones in glass temples, Mormons. Like, you guys want to get out here and you want to be screaming about tradition, we'll remind the Southern Baptists of what y'all believe in. You all want to talk about what type of underwear people are wearing with your magic underwears. You want to talk about who should be on what swim team when you're out here baptizing dead people. I don't bring it up all the time, Mormons. I don't. Y'all start dipping a toe and what people believe and what's traditional and what's a good value, and you start doing these things, listen, at the end of the day, y'all are aligned with a lot of crazy forces right there when it deals with the evangelical movement, Mormons. But you also are part of a movement of people who believed that we were already in the end times, hence the reason you were Latter-day Saints. You thought it was already the end time. It's been a while. It's been 150 years y'all running around here screaming it's the end times. And on top of that, your boy Mitt, remember Mitt? Mitt was supposed to be on the white horse saving America. I'm just saying, Mormons, don't be dipping too much of your toes in the culture war when we need y'all. Because listen, we need some of y'all, your specialty Mormons, who have infiltrated so many layers of our federal government. we need y'all to be a little bit of a deep state right now, okay? Yeah. I don't know if some of you Mormons have looked around at some of the numbers, all right? Have you looked at your Coca-Cola stock recently? Remember, Mormons, you used to be against Coca-Cola, and they left you a bunch of that stock. You used to be against it.
Yeah, not
caffeine
allowed
and soda.
Caffeine, but then suddenly you got some stock options.
They got some stock options got left to the elders.
God said you can have it.
And suddenly the prophets heard a voice. Oh, look at that. We're going to start drinking Coca-Cola. Look at that Coca-Cola stock today.
So they leave, right? Sundance is like, we're leaving. Bye. So then the governor releases a statement on Twitter, of course. And it says, I brought the statement. Because again, remember, they have been yelling that they don't even want Sundance here. Get out. We don't want to invest in you. We don't want your lib politics with all your LGBTQ.
And I just want to point out, his name is Governor Cox.
Governor Cox.
Governor Cox of Utah.
Has been screaming that they don't even want them here. Blah, 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 blah. And all the other people that are, Republican legislators have been like talking mad shit about Sundance. So Sundance is like, we're leaving. Bye. We're going to Colorado. And Governor Cox said, while we're disappointed by Sundance's decision to leave Utah, we wish them continued success in their next chapter. For more than 40 years, Utah has supported the Sundance Film Festival to become a global force in film, art, and culture. As I've said from the beginning, we wanted Sundance to stay. We made that clear to their leadership and put together a highly competitive package. Ultimately, this decision is theirs to make, but I believe it's a mistake, and that one day they'll realize they left behind not just a place, but their heritage. In the meantime, we'll keep doing what we've always done, supporting filmmakers and building a world-class film economy right here in Utah. We've already begun meeting with partners, stakeholders, and creative forces to create a new festival, one that honors our legacy and writes the next chapter of an independent film in Utah.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be Kevin Sorbo movies.
Yeah, it's Kevin Sorbo movies.
That's gonna be Mythica 7.
Yep.
That's gonna be Mythica 7. You know when you're scrolling on Amazon Prime and you see a movie that doesn't make, or Tubi.
Yeah.
And you're like, how did this get made?
Yeah.
It's gonna be through Utah Mormon dentist tax dollars.
Yeah.
Because they also banned fluoride.
Yeah.
So they banned fluoride.
Got weak teeth.
They're gonna
they're drinking Coca-Cola with their weak teeth.
Yeah.
No, it's not good.
Listen. The Mormons are messing up, man.
They're not making good decisions.
They're not making good decisions. And like I do feel bad for the local businesses who are gonna lose out.
So much money,
but also because it was also a tourism driver that showed other people from around the world of how beautiful Utah is. Yeah. I've never been.
But
I've never been.
Have
you been to Utah?
Go.
Have you been to Utah?
I was in Utah once. It was kind of a bummer. It's a dry town.
Yeah, okay. And you weren't dry back then.
Nope.
Yeah, I get that. I've never been because there's one time I drove across the country.
Actually, funny story. You need a sponsor to drink in Utah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still true.
It might not be true anymore, but
at
back
the time.
Then it was.
Yeah, because they have private clubs.
Exactly. You
had
to get alcohol,
because the Mormons are anti-alcohol.
Yep.
But so to get alcohol, you have to be a member of a private club, meaning you have to have a sponsor to say, I know that person. And then you have to pay like a nominal fee to be able to get into. They're basically like legal speakeasies that have like this really weird licensing.
Yeah.
But when I drove across the country, I wrote like different slogans for like different states as I drove through it.
Okay.
And we never even got to Utah. And everyone's like, why aren't you going to go to Utah? Because I was like, everything I like there is illegal. Like everyone I know who's ever been to Utah or driven through Utah had been pulled over, had their car searched. Been screamed at and been informed that they were being watched and like all this other different shit. Hey, you made it to the end of this clip from one of our full episodes. Do you want to see the whole episode? Go down to the show notes right here and go click on the link and you can watch the whole thing. Or are you looking for more Too Many Tabs content? If you haven't already liked and subscribed, check out this playlist right here. It has all of our episodes that we've uploaded to YouTube. Pearl Mania.